D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. I'm in Orlando today for Oakland basketball against Central Florida. Terry Foster, the legend, is here in the house with us. KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you. And Terry, look, normally we do the ha-ha and the he-he and, hey, it's 82 degrees here in Orlando. We don't have time for that shit today, Terry. Let's get right into it. How are you?
He. I just saw another deflected pass in my dreams, man.
A little duck hunt
It was
last night.
Right.
And look, you guys can jump into the Woodward Sports chat, get your thoughts out there. If you want to skip the line, use the super chat, but jump in there. And I know that everyone's got a lot to say, and we'll be getting into all of it as we roll. But I guess here's how I want to tackle this. Spenny, you were on the front lines yesterday.
Yeah.
How was your mental wellness today?
It's not great. That was a rough game. It was a rough performance by Jared Goff, by the offensive line. Receivers were dropping balls. Dan Campbell going for it on fourth down too many times. Defense looked amazing, but the offense, it was a complete and utter collapse.
Which is stunning. But I made a definitive about face based on that game, based on the Minnesota game, based on the Green Bay game.
I've heard.
The Lions are no longer Super Bowl contenders. Not because of the 6-4 record. Not because they lost last night. But there's a pattern this season. They will mollywop mediocre to good teams. But if a team has a good defensive front, they can't do anything with it. This great offense we talk about turns into mush shit. So it's impossible for the Lions to make a run through the entire NFC North and not meet with a team that's got a good defensive front. I think that's their Achilles heel because the defensive line is compromised. They're supposed to be the backbone of this team. I don't think that's the case anymore. But I think for this year, I'm removing them from Super Bowl contenders from my list.
All right, can we establish some baselines with that though, Terry? Because I'm seeing in the chat right now that the people are going into it. Freddie Felt, our guy, the next 2 hours should be electric. LOL. Freddie, I think I have a little more measured approach than most today, which obviously we'll get to it. VWin90 in the chat says, until you win something, you can't say on their level. So VWin, let's start right there then, because that kind of backs up to what Terry was just talking about. What are your thoughts on the Bills and Josh Allen? What are your thoughts on and I know that the fantasy owners were pounding underneath the table yesterday with Josh Allen. Terry, that's where I'm going to get off the highway. All right? It's it's the thing for me, Terry. If you want to take that approach, then who can we talk about in this league besides the Chiefs and besides the Eagles? For real, who can we talk about then? Because that is, I'm not accepting that. Until you win something, you can't be viewed as on their level. Then keep that same energy about Buffalo and Josh Allen. Keep that same energy
I tell
about
you what,
Baltimore.
We do have that
and Lamar.
energy with Josh Allen and Buffalo. I don't have to say anything about them. I'm just going to make one gesture about the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh.
Okay? That's all. That's all you got to say.
So they're not on the level either. But
no, they're not.
It's funny because Terry. It's funny because KG and I always talk about the checklist. People have a checklist, and once there's about 4 or 5 steps on that checklist. Once they cross one, then they go, yeah, well, you can't win with Jared Goff. Then you win games with Jared Goff. Then it's, yeah, well, you can't win a division with Jared Goff. Then he wins a division. Then it's, yeah, well, you can't win a playoff game with Jared Goff. And then he wins 2 of them in 7 days. And then they say, yeah, well, you can't get to a Super Bowl. And that's the number on the checklist that they're at right now. Like,
Well,
look,
let me
am I
say
going to
this.
sit here and tell you?
You can
yes.
get to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff, not this year. That's all I'm saying.
Dexter James in the super chat. Last night's loss made all of our next division games more important. We need to lock in going forward. Spenny, again, I'm leaning on you since you were on the front lines. Where are the people at? And KG, I guess the morning show as well. Where are the people at? Because I'm seeing a lot of chatter. Like, there's some clown shit that we got to get to that I think we will coming up in about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to know what the dumbest thing you saw or that you saw. I'm going to do that at 11:14 because, like, look, Terry, I'm not ready to go there with you yet, Terry.
I tell you what, whatever they say. I heard something was going to beat no matter what these guys say. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the dumbest thing you heard?
I can't wait.
Because I heard something totally ridiculous.
No, I'm going to get there in 8 minutes when we come back from the break. But Dexter, I guess my question to you, Spenny and KG, is what are people's take on the division? Because I heard about how it's all over now, and even our own network, our social team. And look, I get the job that they have to do. And they put out a tweet that says, as of today, the Lions are out of the playoffs. As if, like, they need, like, 4 things to have. They still control everything. Like, Terry, that's my main point. Like, I'm not going to jump out of this second floor window here in Orlando. I'm not going to do it because they still control everything in front of them. They got 4 of the next 5 at home. And when we sat here in August and did these shows and said, hey, this stretch of the schedule is going to be pretty difficult. You got to get to that backside where you can rack up some wins and get things rolling. Terry, what's different about that? For you to say they're not Super Bowl contenders, based on what, Terry?
Based on this, at some point you're going to have to face a team with a good defensive front. Every team they face with a good defensive front that can put pressure on Jared Goff, they lost to, and their offense wasn't there. The one thing that we could always go back on with the Lions is they're going to score their 30 points. They might give up 35, but we know the offense is going to be humming. These teams have shut this machine down. That's frightening to me. And you're not going to – are you going to go back to Philadelphia and win in January? I don't think so. Minnesota is not a good team, but that defensive front sure did play a hell of a game, and they put the Lions' offense in a cocoon. Or actually, they tied them behind the back, and they couldn't do anything. And I know one. And then
Terry,
but it's happened with Kansas City. It's happened with Minnesota. It's happened with Green Bay. Now it's happened with Philadelphia. I still think the Lions are a good team. They're one of the best in the NFC, but they're not Super Bowl contenders.
Terry, I would take you back then and like, look, I guess it's not equivalent to what the people in the chat want to say because they'll say, until you've done it, you can't say that you're in that company. Terry, are the Denver Broncos a good defensive front?
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about them. They look
right,
good
but here's
yesterday.
my point, though, Terry. And when Denver came into Philadelphia, guess what they did? They pushed the Eagles around and they won the football game. Like that's how it happened. Like again, but people will say, well, Bo Nix, you can't win a division with Bo Nix. You can't win playoff games with Bo Nix. Like they're on the checklist too. The point of all this, Terry, is this: if we're going to talk about Super Bowl or bust, if we're going to talk about, I think the Lions are a good organization, as you said, one of the best organizations in the NFC, right? That's what you said.
I said it. I stand by it.
Okay, so my point of all of that is this, Terry, where if we want to talk Super Bowl or bust, if we want to talk about only the playoffs matter, then you don't get to pick and choose that. Everybody piles in last week when they beat the Commanders and be like, oh, here, we're back to good, and Dan's calling the plays, and now we're back to good. Then they lose a game at Philadelphia, and now it's over. Goff can't play. Dan Campbell can't call plays for an offense, and they're bad. Like, Terry, I don't roll like that. I don't, because as the season rolls on, there are games you are going to lose. And now, will I sit here and say that everything is over, or will I sit here and say that they looked good last night? No, I won't say they looked good last night. That was Goff's worst game. And I sent out a tweet yesterday during the game, and it was at the very beginning. You could see how this thing was going. Terry, that was big boy football. Line of scrimmage, point of attack, big boy football. And yeah, the Eagles got the better of the Lions yesterday. 100% they did. And that front four, they were on brand, man. And they got their arms up in the air, and they deflected passes, and they made life miserable. And they got better as the game went on. That was a thing to me where, they came out and it was almost like teams were just kind of running into each other in the first half of the game. But then towards the end of that second quarter and into the second half, the Eagles put it in another gear. And they showed why they're a Super Bowl defending champion, and they've been to another Super Bowl.
Right.
And it wasn't
here's something else
go ahead.
that scared me, and I've never seen this before. They locked down St. Brown, because I'm watching the game. It says, why don't they get the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown? And as I looked at it, I said, because they can't. He was being covered. Jared Goff was being harassed. If he did see a good play, it was deflected by one of their 6'9", 400-pound defensive tackles. I mean, it was ridiculous. It wasn't the fact that they lost, but it was that things that you thought were Lions' strengths were shut down and completely snuffed out. That's the scary thing. This reminded me of the Green Bay game. But they recovered, and they'll recover from this. They'll win the next 3 games at least. They'll be 9-4, and then I'm going to be on the little show here, and people say, you said the Lions are not Super Bowl contenders. And I'll contend then at 9-4 that they're not. But they'll play some mediocre teams. They'll kick the shit out of them, and they'll flex and say, we back. What you going to do about it? And we may not see the end again until, I don't know, the Rams in the playoffs or the Eagles in the playoffs. Somebody in the playoffs is just going to get them. They're going to mutilate them, because there are teams that can shut down this powerful offense, and that's scary.
Okay, so all right, we've run up to the break here, and I want to take the break, but Spenny, I want to do the chat poll because I'm seeing it. JRG in the chat. You got a quarterback that can't move and a GM that did nothing to help the quarterback that can't move. Okay, chat. Let's chat.
Are you in or are you out?
Right now, today. No, that's not even it. Right here, right now. Who would you rather have at quarterback then? JJ McCarthy or Jared Goff? Let's just go full stupid, everybody.
Stop,
all right,
Neal.
let's just go full stupid.
Hey, baby boy, you asked, what's the most ridiculous thing you've heard? I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Top this. None of you can top this.
I don't know.
Here's what I heard: that Jared Goff should be replaced by Underwood at Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, Terry, I'm going to break. I'm going to
Right.
break.
Top that.
Neal about to stroke out. Look at him.
Top it.
I'm
Top
going
it.
to break.
No,
can't.
no.
I'm going to break. All right, look, Ben Johnson Law, everybody. Yeah, no. But yes to Ben Johnson Law. Go to venfights.com. Need the fighter in your corner, everyone. We're talking about legal proceedings that are going to shape the rest of your life. You need your justice, whether it's a settlement, whether it's a verdict. Get the fighter. Get tough, tenacious trial lawyers. Get Ben Johnson Law. And Art and Jake's, everybody, you guys already know what it is. We've been out there for the watch parties. They are the very best sports bar in the sports bar game, period. Hard stop. The menu is elite. They got the wings and the burgers and all that stuff too. But if you want to dress it up a little, shrimp tacos, they got tuna, all that kind of stuff. The menu is elite, and it's affordable too. It's going to cost you less than when you go to these quote-unquote wing place sports bars. Over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, crystal clear, high definition. They got the media wall, all of it. There's 6 Art and Jake's locations. Download the app, find out the favorite spot. If you want to order stuff to go on the way home from work or whatever, Art and Jake's is your move for that. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
The Massage Chair House in West Bloomfield has Michigan's largest massage chair showroom. Make sure you guys go check it out. Shout out to our guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc on YouTube. He reviews all of the chairs that he has in stock so you can see which one you'll want before you even step foot in the door. Shout out to him for dropping off the Osaki Platinum for us in the studio. It's amazing. Make sure you go check it out. He's got a chair that can fit anybody's budget. It's a Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy here on a Monday. My name is Neal Ruhl, that guy. Terry Foster here in the building. KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat. And down here, though, for Oakland basketball playing Central Florida tonight. T-Foss has the winter hat get up going there. Heard it's snowing. That's tough. That's a tough break for everybody there. But we're talking the Lions game, the
It's
Eagles.
sunny today.
Right.
And
Right. It's sunny today, big time Florida, man.
Right. It's cold, but
Yeah. No snow. We got some
it's
snow,
cold.
but no snow now.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll take that then. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there. Get your thoughts out there. If you want to skip the line, you can use the super chat. And let me see here. Dexter James in the super chat. Last night's loss made all of our division games more important. We need to lock in going forward. Also, two here in the super chat. Dexter James. Dexter James. One of our coaches needs to tell Goff to scramble. Yeah, just run away. Yeah, that's what it should do. Freddie Felt 313.
When you're
Neal
wearing
has
lead shoes, you can't scramble away.
Freddie Felt 313. Neal has as many beds as he has furnaces. Salute. Let me see here. What else did we have going on? I want the Lions. I'm tired of disappointment with the Lions. I want them to deliver beatdowns and win the Super Bowl. Okay. So, Terry, I teased it, and I want everyone to get involved with this. What was the dumbest thing you saw on social media? Terry, you had a pretty good one. I'm not going to lie that they need to get Bryce Underwood.
I dare you.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Everybody's silent
I
here.
can't.
Mine was the dumbest.
Here was – yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Neal. My bad.
All right. So here's the one I saw. That quote, Brad Holmes needs to be fired, and Dan Campbell needs to be fired too, and replace Dan Campbell with Kelvin Shepherd as head coach. That was literally a tweet that I saw yesterday. Like someone opened up their phone, thought about it, typed it out, and said, yeah, that's the move. Is to, quote, fire Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and then hire Kelvin Shepherd as the head coach. So, KG, congratulations, man. You'll be the next head coach of the Lions.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Let me get this straight. I like to put things in perspective. These two men took the most horseshit organization in all of sports and turned them into a playoff team, turn them into a winning organization. At one point, turn them into a team that could threaten to go to the Super Bowl. Now, the following year, they get off to a 6-4 start, and they're probably going to be 9-4 at some point, but you should fire them. Hey, Neal, you know what I got to say about that? Here it comes. Tay.
In the chat here, 313 Kurt, Terry, you know what? Maybe you didn't hear something stupid. Bryce will be better than Goff, I assume.
Okay, that's getting close.
So
Bryce
it's there.
Underwood. Under center for the Detroit Lions. Okay.
Make it happen, Terry. Make it happen. Yep. KG, Spenny, what about you guys, man? What was the best one that you saw?
All right, so shout out to the gentleman. I believe his name was Mays. He works at D-Dot. Shout out to him. He's an older black gentleman, so you know I tried to stall him out, Neal. But he called the post-game show last night, and in the midst of us talking about Jared Goff, he was like, look, y'all, I got a low-key move that if we act now, you know, we can get on the cheat. And then he says the name Kyler Murray, and the whole panel died with laughter. The whole panel died with laughter. And also another thing, and I really hate when people have this narrative, you know, it's the same with other people that we've seen. But I saw a comment in the chat last night that said Amon-Ra St. Brown should have more jugs machine and less podcast.
Mm-hmm. He's been dropping a couple lately.
Yeah, but it's like
over.
I should just work every day, every minute of my life. I should be working. Clearly, we filmed the podcast during practice time. Like I don't
you've heard Dan Campbell shouldn't be doing those Applebee commercials. Distraction.
The commercials, man.
Oh,
Hutch had like 18 commercials.
Right.
So AJ Brown.
That he shoots.
That's
that
right.
he shoots in the summer. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That he shoots those.
No, they
commercials in
do
the
it
summer.
right before practice, Neal. Come on, you should know this by now. They do
No,
it literally right before practice.
No, they have a studio at the practice facility.
Applebee's does. Super chats jumping in. Jarl, I agree with what Sean said at the end of the morning show. I'm disheartened because I feel like the Lions will lose in the playoffs. Well, I mean, every time you lose a game, you're going to lose playoffs. Whenever you lose, like that's the way that it goes, man. Woodward Sports Super Chat. Owen Mullen. Do people realize to go 12-5 or maybe 13-4 or even 11-6, you have to lose games? I'm not worried one bit. Making the playoffs is all I care about. And Owen, you know what? That's what I was told by people. Remember, Terry, when we did the shows in August and we were leading up to the season and just praying on preseason being over? That's what I was told. Because that was my whole platform that I ran on in August was it's Super Bowl or bust. It's win your division to make your life easier, but at a bare minimum, get in the playoffs, and the expectation is Super Bowl, or it's a failure. Like, it all seems pretty simple to me, Terry. And everyone said they were on board. But, Terry, I think you and other people lied to me.
But as we stand here today, right here, right now, they're not in the playoffs. Correct?
Correct.
They're going to have to pass the Chicago Bears, who we think stinks, but they're still in first place. They have to pass Green Bay. But everything is correctable to get into the playoffs. You beat Green Bay, you beat Chicago. Take care, and the one person's right. Take care of your division foes, and you're good.
Right, and that's the thing where I'm not going to say fire Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. I'm sorry, Terry. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Double G21 in the super chat. Reading the comments with the chat poll, it's easy to see bandwagon fans. I'm so glad I was a Lions fan before it was cool. If you weren't with us at 0-16, get off the bandwagon.
Not mad at that.
Well, that's but that's not how it works. It looks like. Ryan's reaction. When is our first draft segment? That's coming up at 11:42. I will take a look. Yeah, I will take a look at the mock drafts. I'll get that lined up, and Terry will take all the text and everything. Who do you want the Lions to draft? Spenny, I got to hear it, man, because I've been waiting. I was waiting all day for Sunday night until I wasn't. But today I've been waiting all day to ask you this question, Spenny. What was the one? There's always one, Spenny, because you guys do the watch party. You do an excellent job. The viewership's insane because you guys are good at what you do. And I want to know, because I can tell by your face, I can tell by knowing you for all these years, there's always at least one or two that bring you to the brink of breaking. What? Give me a sample of the fare yesterday. Come on.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody at the watch party. KG, me, Easy, Justin, D-Mac was in here. Jeff was in here. Shout out to Buddies and Sun Cruiser and all of them for hooking it up. And yeah, you could play the hits. You could play the, fire Dan Campbell, fire Jared Goff type of thing. You could say, Jacoby Brissett would have been a better option than Jared Goff. Whatever you want to talk about.
No, seriously.
The dumbest thing that I heard yesterday and that I continue to hear today is that it wasn't Jared Goff's fault that we lost last night. That's the dumbest thing that I've heard Lions fans say. Going out there and trying to cope for this guy. He had a bad game. He played like shit. It's okay to say that. He missed throws badly at the feet of his receivers consistently throughout the game. Yeah. He had blown assignments and miscommunications where he's throwing a ball to a wide open spot of the field that nobody's there on a 4th down. He's got a wide open Brock Wright if he steps up in the pocket and delivers the ball. He has shown this year a little bit of a wiggle in the pocket, the ability to move around and to avoid a sack. It's not like the Eagles were getting free rush lanes on Jared Goff and there was nothing he could do. He could have stepped up and moved around and tried to avoid some pressure. He wasn't able to do that. The cold was definitely playing a factor. He had 2 gloves and a crew neck on and it was 40 degrees outside. It was a bad game by Jared Goff. He needs to be better because, yes, this offensive line isn't what it used to be, but it's not the worst unit in the NFL. He had the ability to move around and make plays in the pocket if he could have, and he couldn't do it, and he couldn't deliver the ball on target to his wide receivers in a lot of different opportunities. Did the offensive line keep him perfectly intact all the time and nobody breathed on him? No, but you're going up against one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL. You have to account for that. He's not just going to be standing in the pocket with perfect protection every single time. You have to be able to maneuver around some of these pressures, and he couldn't do that.
It sounds like Spinney is advocating for the jump pass.
The jump pass.
Is Goff 6'5" or is he 5'5"?
I mean, pump fake a defensive lineman so he doesn't bat it down. And the problem with the rhythm and timing offense is Jared Goff knows I throw the ball here at this time, right at this break, and the defensive line knows that as well. So they can sit back and say 1, 2, 3. That's when he throws the ball. Let me get my hand up there, and he throws it right into the guy's face. So yeah, the creativity or the lack of creativity in the pocket really hurt the Detroit Lions. And when you're going up against great teams in tough weather situations, you're going to have to be able to be creative, move around the pocket, change your arm level, and get throws off there that it's not just going to be pitch and catch all game. And he had a bad game. And it's all right. He's going to bounce back. He's going to tear up the Giants secondary. But when you go up against Philadelphia in Philadelphia, you need to be better than that. And when you're going on the road in the playoffs, which you're probably going to be, whether it's in Philadelphia, in Seattle, you're going to play in a hostile territory, in a hostile environment, and they've got good defenses. So you're going to have to be able to move around.
Spinny, save your energy. Stick will be here tomorrow.
I know.
I think he's on his way now.
He about to tap dance tomorrow. I cannot wait, boy.
313 Kurt in the chat. Making the playoffs, all this guy cares about. Such a loser mentality. Hey, 313 Kurt, how do you get to the Super Bowl, man?
You make the playoffs.
By being in the playoffs, right?
Let's put it in the context. Yeah. He said, I want the Lions to make the playoffs. That's all I care about. End of story.
Correct.
So he's not thinking championships. That's that okey doke mentality the Lions used to have. Oh, we're just here to win ball games, and we're going to try to make the playoffs. You got to talk championships. You got to talk about wanting to be a champion. I think that's the point right there.
That's Terry. And no, 100%. Like, I get that, but the only way that starts is by getting into the playoffs, man. Like, that's the only way that it starts. Like, I don't care about this shit. I don't care about a regular season game against Philadelphia. Did it look bad?
Neal,
yeah.
do you agree with this? I'm going to make a statement. I want you to say, yes, I agree with that, or that's bullshit. You ready? The Detroit Lions should make the playoffs, and that's all they should worry about. You agree with that?
It's the only thing that matters till you get into the playoffs, yes.
So just make the playoffs and don't care about winning playoff games. Don't care about trying to win a championship.
Terry, come on. Let's not
that's
be
what the
stupid,
guy said.
man, all right?
That's what he
let's
said.
Not be stupid.
And you're trying to defend him.
Let's not be stupid.
That's exactly
what
we're talking about imbeciles. That's what the imbecile said. And you're like, You sound stupid.
Okay, Terry. Like, look, I don't know what else to tell you. You can't win the playoffs games until you're in the playoffs, man. Like that's the way that it works.
So
Terry.
right, Mr. K-Line. But the other thing you cannot do is you can't win a championship with the mentality, "Oh, we're just gonna make the playoffs. We're in it now. We're content." That's what that guy said, and you're over here defending him.
No, because that's not my thoughts, Terry. That's not representative of my thoughts. Like again, it's Super Bowl.
Seems like
there's only one outcome, Terry. Only one outcome. Did it look bad last night? Yes, it did. Are the Eagles very, very good? Yes, they are. And their front four, they showed out yesterday. And all you can do right there is say, look, man, the Eagles are very, very good up front. Like Jalen Hurts, it's funny because I know the fourth quarter was awful for Goff. People act like Jalen Hurts was out there spitting it too. He looked awful too. It was bad, especially in the beginning of that game. It was big boy football. And the Eagles were just a little bigger than the Lions were last night. They were. They controlled the point of attack. And we've talked about this forever, Terry, since you and I have worked together, man. And Spenny and KG, when you win that line of scrimmage, it's a wrap. And the Eagles won that line of scrimmage.
Let me ask you this critical question, young man. Let's say it's January 12th to January 15th. You're going to Philadelphia to play some more big boy football. Will the Lions be bigger boys than the Philadelphia Eagles on that day in January in the colder, when it's really cold and the wind is really whipping around, and and these defensive tackles are beating up this decimated offensive line? Will the Lions be bigger boys on that day?
No.
They have to, or it's a bust. They have to, or it's a bust. And Spenny,
we're going to go to break.
The data says that you'll probably be right.
We're going to go to break, but I do want to say that I'm not buying that shit. We got dominated in the line trenches. We dominated the Eagles in the trenches too. Our defense was flying all around the field, making plays, stopping the tush push, getting them off of the field. Jalen Hurts made more plays than Jared Goff, and that's why they won the game flat out. You are going up against one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL. You're not going to have this perfect game plan where you win every snap and these guys don't do anything. You need your quarterback to make plays. You need him to move around. You need him to deliver the ball on time and on target to the chest of wide receivers.
He's not going to move around.
I'm not asking him to run for 150 yards. I'm asking him to sidestep in the pocket, step up in the pocket, and deliver the ball with confidence into the chest of his wide receivers. And he couldn't do that last night.
Well, he can't do that any night when you have bricks in your ass.
It's fair.
He is not a mobile. The dude don't even have white boy wiggle.
It
looked like it was coming.
Mobile. Tom Brady's not mobile, but he could move up in the pocket. Tell us about Planet Fitness, Neal.
With all apologies to Planet Fitness, I'm gonna do my work outside down here in Orlando. But there is a Planet Fitness just a couple miles away from here if I did want to go. But hey, when you live in the north and you got a chance to run where it's 80 degrees, I'm gonna run outside. But guess what? When I get back home tomorrow, I'll be in Planet Fitness tomorrow again. There's over 50 Metro Detroit locations, and there's one near you. That's what it means. Hey, you keep saying one day you're going to get in shape. How about you make one day, 2 day? Go to planetfitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. The holidays are coming up. You guys know you're going to be doing the holiday parties, probably eating a little more than you should, drinking a little more than you should. You got to go in there and balance out the scales, everyone. Planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
And let me tell you about Wicked Pickle, the Woodward Sports Pickleball Open on Friday, January 9th. Make sure you guys tap in. Heavyweights will be broadcasting live 5 to 7 from Wicked Pickle. You can register today to get in on it at pickleballtournaments.com. 10 climate-controlled courts, a chill lounge with cold drinks. It's Wicked Pickle in Westland, Michigan's #1 pickleball spot, so make sure you guys go check it out.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Attention sports fans, don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch Dr. Pierce every Tuesday right here on Big D Energy and Thursdays on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he shares top tier advice to keep athletes in peak condition. You want to listen to the guy that fixed Maz's tennis elbow, and I think he helped some guy named D-Mac win 4 Stanley Cups, something to that effect. But he's here to help you stay in the game and perform at your best. Learn more at MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. Dr. Jeff Pierce.
All right, keeping it pushing here. Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster with you. KG, Spencer Raxter, Big D Energy, always 11-1 here on Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Get your thoughts out there, man. We're talking through this right now. We're sitting here chopping it up. Jack Stark, 10-11. The O-line's not winning outdoors on the road in January.
It's not the O-line, man. Go watch the game. You can't keep blaming the O-line for that. They were going up against one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL, and they were doing enough. The plays were there. The wide receivers were open. He got the passes off. It was just 4 yards in front of him in the dirt. Like, you can't put everything on the offensive line. Was the Eagles' offensive line giving Jalen Hurts all day and every single play and he had the perfect wall in front of him? No. When you're playing elite defenses, you're not going to have the greatest offensive line performance of all time every single week. You need a guy to overcome. You need him to step up.
Well, Spenny, I was told I want beatdowns and I want to win a Super Bowl championship.
I do too.
That's what the people want.
Jared Goff had a bad night, and he's got to be better than that.
No.
And he'll
Bingo.
tell you the same thing.
It's just 100%. And, like, I don't know, it wasn't good enough. Like, bottom line, it's not. And, like, look, you know me, man. I like Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff a lot. I think he's better than people give him credit for. I think that he works very well in this offense, and I think you can win a Super Bowl with him. 100% I do. But he's got to be better than that. And guess who will be the first one to tell you that? Jared Goff will be the first one.
If you aren't blaming Jared Goff, like Lunchbox Hooligan, Spenny and Easy, find a way to blame Goff. Blaming Jared Goff, laughing face. Yeah, he was bad yesterday. It's okay to say that. Get his dick out of your throat. This guy goes out there and he put on a bad performance. Did I burst into flames? Are the Lions going to fall apart now? No, you can criticize a guy. He needs to be better. If you think that was an acceptable performance from Jared Goff, you're a loser.
That wasn't even an acceptable performance from Bryce Underwood as Lions quarterback.
We are KG.
Don't do your pandering.
We are going to calendar. We are going to calendar month without a touchdown pass. Like,
yeah, that's just fine. I could give a goddamn about touchdown numbers. You save your pandering for later in the week. I'm good today.
Damn, man.
All right.
Salty around here.
Just asking the question. Rich Hustle with the super duper chat. It gets to the point where we're tired of hearing the same excuse after every game. We got some stuff to clean up. I didn't have them prepared. We know exactly what we got to do. SMFH. Cannon's reloaded in the super chat. Problem is our center, period. We need a better center at the helm of this offensive line. Ryan's reaction, Caden Proctor, you are a Detroit Lion. Dexter Danes, I think Panay could have tush-pushed Goff. Well, somebody asked it. Somebody wanted the mock draft segment. So I'll do it real quick because I know we got a break coming up in just a couple of minutes. Is this the draft, Terry, where we go all in and trade up to try to get Ty Simpson, the quarterback at Alabama, who the Athletic has ranked as the number 2 player in the NFL draft? Do you make your move for your franchise quarterback, Terry?
No, because you have too many other problems. You need to fortify the offensive line. And I know Brad Holmes doesn't want it, but I still think you could use some help on the defensive line. But no, you get that offensive line straight, because I don't care who you have at quarterback. If you're not going to get time, you're not going to succeed. So now let's bring in a rookie to try to win with this team. Not happening. So you may as well roll with Jared
What do you mean,
Goff.
Terry?
Huh?
What do you mean, Terry? It's either that or it's either trade your picks and move up and take Ty Simpson, or it's call the Cardinals and get Kyler Murray in here. Those are the two choices.
Okay. How tall is Kyler Murray? He's 5 what?
7'3".
He's 5'9".
Okay. Allegedly, which means he's 5'7".
Allegedly. No, absolutely.
I guess I'm in the
yeah.
bring in Bryce Underwood camp. I give up.
That's where KG's at. He just doesn't want to talk about it today. So that's what it is. Art Vandelay, Kyler Murray, ha 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 ha. Hey, that's what KG was told that this morning, as a matter of fact, and yesterday during the show as well. 313 Kurt, just grab a guy. Quote, just grab a guy. Goff is wasting guys' prime years here.
Just grab a guy?
Pause.
Oh, stop
Yes.
it. Now we've gone off the deep end.
Hey, yo!
But this is Detroit. The starting quarterback, whether it's Jared Goff, Gary Danielson, Matthew Stafford, is the wrong guy. That's the Detroit mentality. Now they're saying, "Oh, just grab a guy, you're good." That's baloney.
And it's okay. I've accepted it now, and I get what's happening. So I've got people in the chat telling me that the wide receivers can't be dropping balls, and that can't happen. And I agree. They need to make the catches. They need to make the plays. But if Amon-Ra St. Brown is coming off of a 10-yard in route, running full speed across the middle, and the ball's 3 yards behind him, and he just turns around and it goes off his hands, I'm not blaming him for that drop.
Right, you can't
and
catch
if you
that ball.
are, that means you think Jared Goff is an awful quarterback. Because I believe Jared Goff should hit him in stride in the chest for that. I don't think that's a hard throw to make. I've seen him make that throw 100 times out of 100. So if you're blaming Amon-Ra St. Brown on that more than you're blaming Jared Goff, that means you think Jared Goff is mediocre and you accept those kinds of throws. And that's okay. That's your life. I hold Jared Goff to a higher standard than you do, apparently.
You know, yesterday was weird. Across the NFL, there's a whole lot of drop passes.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in bad weather. Dudes are just, I don't know, they checked out or something, but they just been dropping the drop passes all weekend. And I said,
all right, let's do this. Let's take the break.
Not the Lions won't do that.
Let's take the break then, so we can keep on the clock. And Spenny, tell them about Les Stanford.
I will tell them about Les Stanford. Listen, Les Stanford, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and GMC. Go to lesstanford.com and you can find a car you want that will fit your budget, whether it is the Silverado, the Optic, or the Hummer EV. They've got tons of different deals. Make sure you hit it up. Les Stanford, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. lesstanford.com. Neal, what about Outkicking Your Coverage?
That's right. One of the very best promotions going around. You want to get tickets to the Detroit-New York game coming up this weekend? You got to get in there. Have you outkicked your coverage? All you have to do is run to social media, post a picture of yourself and your far better looking partner on X or Instagram using the hashtag Woodward Outkick. You have to follow Woodward Sports and tag Woodward Sports in the post as well, and you and your better looking partner will be in the running to win tickets for the Detroit-New York game coming up this weekend. The get right game, everybody. The game that will put everybody back on the bandwagon. Outkick your coverage with Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
What about Sun Cruiser?
Neal Ruhl here for Sun Cruiser. They're a proud partner of the Detroit Lions. One of my favorite drinks to drink when we're going down that road. 4.5% alcohol. There's not a ton of sugar in these things. They're 100 calories, and there's no bubbles. I mean, they are eminently smashable. If that's your goal, you can do that. But they're also great to just sit there and sip on as well. I'm surprised how easily the transition has worked into fall and moving towards winter, and Sun Cruiser is still in the regular rotation because they are that good. Next time you're grocery shopping, just pick up a 4-pack and try it. That's all you got to do. You'll thank me later, everybody. Sun Cruiser, proud partner of the Detroit Lions. All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster. We have KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. You want to skip the line, use the super chat. Professor JB in the chat. Can we officially say that Vic Fangio is Jared Goff's kryptonite? Going back to when Fangio was in D.C. and Chicago, he has the formula for making Goff see ghosts. Hashtag QBs see ghosts. You know what, JB? I hadn't thought about that till you brought that up. But the math tracks, doesn't it, Terry?
It does. It's not good. And Neal, shame on you. I want to bring this up. You don't think out the box. You're not very astute. You brought up Kyler Murray replacing Jared Goff. There's an obvious choice. Shedeur Sanders was 4 of 16 yesterday for 47 yards and an interception. But he can run. Why not have him replace Jared Goff?
Because he only seems to run backwards. You notice that? Like,
right.
He runs backwards all the time, man. It's pretty funny. B-Dot, Panay is hurt too. He was being helped off the field late in the game. No, yep. You know what? And like, look, that's the if you want to get worried about something, that's it. Because Panay's the non-negotiable, right? And if in the chat right now, Spenny's diabolical. We have a contest running. Who's a better quarterback? Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett, or Joe Flacco? Which I guess I have to say Jacoby Brissett because he broke Jared Goff's record for completions in a game yesterday with 47. So, right. I mean,
Records
Terry,
made to be broken.
Right there. They absolutely are. Do you think Jared sent out a social media congratulations post to Jacoby Brissett for breaking his record?
I'm sure he was as happy as anyone in the world about him breaking that record.
Absolutely. But no, getting back to it though, Terry, Panay is the non-negotiable. Like for me, I am worried. Like if you say, Neal, what is your biggest concern coming out of the Philadelphia game? Panay Sewell is my biggest concern. Because he doesn't look like Panay Sewell normally does. Is that fair?
No, that's very fair. And in fact, I think the last 4 games, they had to pick him up off the mat and carry him off the field, put him in the tent or something. So, yeah, I believe he is injured, and it's reoccurring. But he's like Rocky. I'm not sitting out anything. That's
true. And you know he's always he goes out there, he gets like 3 pounds of tape put on his ankle, and then he rolls back out there. He literally is a dude though that lays it all out there on the line. But Woodward Sports Super Chat, remember if you want to skip the line, you can go ahead and do that. C note with the Super Duper Chat Goff is what we got and what we are stuck with. The line is not getting any healthier for him. If he is who he thinks he is, he needs to figure out a way to extend plays. And C note, up until last night, he had done that better than any of his previous time here.
Yep.
And Spenny brought up a great point, but the little wiggle in the pocket just to give you that extra split second. It just comes back to it. He wasn't good last night.
No,
he wasn't good, and there's that's where it stopped for me. Like that's where it stops. And Spenny, I'm glad you said that because that was another takeaway from the game. Like I don't feel like they got blown out of the building or anything like that. The stuff that they normally do, they didn't do, which I'll get into the 4th down stuff coming up out of the next break. I don't feel like they got blew out of the building, Spenny. It was just
game.
Like
they weren't blown out the building, but they were smothered. They were choked out. That offense was choked out last night, and that's damning. Because the one thing you always say about the Lions, well, at least the offense is good.
Yeah, but Terry, I mean, like, as bad as it felt, the flag went against them. I'm not going to sit there and cry about that flag the way everybody else did. It was a bad call. Obviously, it was a terrible, ridiculous call, especially with the physicality of that game that was going on. That was a weird time for that to reappear. But whatever. It's just I don't think that they got blown out of the building or anything like that. There were times, and especially that first quarter and a half, I thought physically they went toe to toe with Philadelphia. And like when the defensive line was batting down a couple of those passes, where were they doing it? 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. Like that's what it was. Like it wasn't like they were, blowing away the line and getting in unabated on Goff and all that kind of stuff. It's just maybe I oversimplify things, Terry, but I look at it like the Lions played a very bad football game. Their quarterback played a very bad football game. The defense was good. The Jahmyr Gibbs was good. Made some plays. J-Mo made some plays. We can get into the. Yeah, you're right. J-Mo made some plays. Obviously he had the celebration penalty, which when the tight.
I don't know what's up with that, bro.
But
he can't
but when the Titans receiver does it, but when the Titans receiver did it, when the Titans receiver did it, there was no flag there. There just wasn't. I'm just saying. We're keeping it 100 right there.
The goal post. Did he have sex with the goal post?
He did. That was intercourse.
I mean,
I thought that was a Spider-Man thing.
Come on, baby. Ooh, let's go.
This is for comedic purposes.
That's why they don't trust him.
Neal, you funny with the
He does stupid
Talk
stuff.
about this Spider-Man. You funny as hell, Neal.
Yeah, I thought it was a Spider-Man thing. Well, I'm trying to not get us banned from YouTube again.
No,
all right?
He was Spider-Man and a porn star at the same time.
Comedic purposes. Not for sexual
comedic purposes only.
Right. He was spewing some webs for sure.
In GTA.
Here, I'm going to turn to the
I shouldn't
old
even
guy.
have said anything.
Why can't J-Mo just flip the ball to the referee like Barry Sanders, damn it?
Yeah, come on now.
Barry Sanders never got a 15-yard penalty for excessive celebration.
Ryan's reaction in the super chat. Can Spenny specifically do a scouting report on Francis Mauigoa, Caden Proctor, and Spencer Fano?
Not right now.
I'm sure he'll. Yeah, not right now. We'll get to that.
Give me about 2 months.
Right.
Should we go with the edge? Should we trade up for Reuben Bain Jr. or Keldrick Falk? Everybody weigh in. Everybody let me know what's going on. Yeah. Tabitha in the chat. Amon-Ra's clearly injured, still playing through it, so don't talk ish about him either. They are, yeah. They're banged up.
So we can't talk about anybody.
They definitely are, but everyone's banged up now.
Yeah, the whole league is banged up.
Everybody played a great game, Terry. We just lost, apparently. That's what they want us to say.
No.
Everybody on this team was fantastic. Jared Goff was perfect. The wide receivers were great. Offensive line was beautiful. They just lost for some reason. I don't know why.
It was bad karma.
Yeah.
That's why the Lions lost.
It was because they wore gray pants, Terry.
Yeah, the vibes weren't there.
Yeah.
Those are gray pants. Well,
Fuck out of here, man.
Who chose the gray pants?
The team was bad. The offense was terrible. Terrible. The wide receivers do need to catch those. I don't care if it's at your ankles. I don't care if it's 4 yards behind you. You're that good. We expect you to catch that. You need to catch that, especially when your quarterback can't hit somebody in the chest. You're going to have to make a play and overcome. Jared Goff needs to be better. The wide receivers need to be better. Dan Campbell needs to kick a field goal, even though if you kick the field goal, you still lose by 4 points. So it didn't really matter. But it was just a bad game by the offense.
And, Neal, I want to get your thoughts because that was some of the sentiment from last night and a little bit this morning. Anson was really hammering this point last night. He was like, Dan Campbell let this team down. He was really criticizing them about the field goals. And I already know how you feel about the field goals. And I agree because field goals get you beat. You have to find a way to score 7. And the identity of this Lions team is going for it on 4th down. So I don't want them to deviate from that just because on this night you were 0 for 5. That's the type of team we are. You got to live by the sword, die by the sword. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because Dan Campbell's getting a lot of criticism today too.
Shane Daniel in the super chat. Final score was 16-9 with Goff playing his worst game. I don't see Goff playing a worse game than that this season. My thoughts are still high. No, KG, that's a great segue because I do want to talk about it. And we will after we talk about BlackRock.
Oh, that's easy.
Let me tell you about BlackRock. Shout out to them. $19.99 for steak and lobster tail. You're not going to find a better deal than that for dinner, so make sure you go check it out. Go to blackrockrestaurants.com to find one near you. Listen, Braylon's meat is on the menu. 22-ounce New York strip. They got a ton of different sides. Their chicken wings are amazing. They've got this cheesy pull-apart jalapeno bread that you dip in their homemade chili. Go check it out. Go to BlackRock Restaurants to find one near you. It's BlackRock.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
What about Jax?
Neal Ruhl here for Jack's Car Wash. You can get a free Jack's Car Wash. Text WSN to 888-522-1729, and boom, you'll get a free Jack's Car Wash that appears on your phone. There's over 40 Jack's Car Wash locations all around Michigan. All of them have the free vacuums, the free compressed air, the mat cleaning rooms, and every Jack's Car Wash ends with a signature hand towel drying service. If you wash your car, say twice a month, you need to go to jackscarwash.com and take a look at their subscription packages. You can wash your car as many times as you want in a month for roughly about the cost of 2 car washes. So go ahead and take a look into that as well, jackscarwash.com. All right, we're pulling up hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Super chats are flying in there. We certainly do appreciate it. Soccer night in Detroit. Nobody's talking about the BS pass interference call at the end. And soccer night, like we touched on it.
Game was damn near out of reach.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, look, at this point, aren't you kind of used to it? You know, and I thought there were some. It's funny because I thought we got a pretty fair whistle last night in that game for the most part. Outside. Yeah. It's outside of that egregiousness at the end. And like, look, I would have liked to had one more crack at it, obviously. You know what I really wanted them to get one more crack at it, too? Just to see if they did score, to see if Dan would have went for 2 to go for the win.
You know he would have.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But, KG, you asked me about it before the break. The 4th down thing. Like, I don't – here's my problem because KG, you know where I stand with it. I've been in lockstep with him every step of the way because everyone's going to act like that cost them the game last night. It did not. When you break it down to the numbers, it did not. I will say this. That Baltimore game, that's the reason they won the game. They went for it, 3 times? Early in the first quarter, early in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. All 3 touchdowns. They passed up on 2 field goals during that process. And then on the last drive late in the fourth quarter, they went for it at like midfield or whatever it was and got it. That's why they won the football game. The reason they were even in the Minnesota game at home was the exact same thing. They did it in the first quarter, got a touchdown, passed up a field goal in the second quarter, got a touchdown, went for it in the fourth quarter, got the first down, but did not end up scoring. So they got, no extra points out of that. It's Terry, I don't know why people I don't know why people either still don't get it, don't want to get it, or just it's the way that they were brought up, so it's just the way that they automatically think. You are going to see this, Terry, more and more. You see it everywhere in the league. When you factor in the new kickoff rules, it doesn't make sense to kick a field goal and give up field position when half the time you get the ball at the 35-yard line to start. Terry, you're going to see this. Look around the league yesterday, Terry. Dudes were going for it inside the red zone, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. It's what you do in this league, because the field goal most times is not even worth giving up the field position. That's how it works now, guys. There's analytical studies on it. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not true. And this is what the Lions are. They've kind of redefined the game. And I know that's what everybody's saying.
Everybody else is doing what the Lions are doing. Here's what we've got to get out of the habit of doing. When Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th down and makes it, we can't be saying, yeah, big balls, big balls. Look at that man. He got big balls. You don't give a damn. And then when they go for it on 4th down and don't make it, idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Why is he doing that? I'm sick and tired of him going for it on 4th down, but then when he makes it, yeah, that's a man right there. I want to have a beer with him.
Right, and last night, Dan Campbell's only bad call to me was the fake punt. Like, that was just, it felt forced. It felt like you were trying to manufacture something. That was the only one where I was kind of like, all right, what are we doing here? But everything else, the 4th downs, you got to live and die by the sword, man. This is just what this Lions team has been brought up, on. It's what we've done to this point to get here. And to be honest, Neal, like, to your point, a lot of people think it's just Dan, just Yosemite Sam, yeah, fuck that, I'm going for it for the sake of it. And that's not always the case, especially when you're deep in your opponent territory. You're playing a field position game on top of that. So not only do I not want to kick the field goal, but if we miss it, now I'm making a struggling Eagles offense have to come up the field a pretty long way. So I'm over that, kind of critiquing Dan Campbell on something that's just a part of what we are now.
See, I think he was looking for a spark. He had an offense that was in a cocoon. He had an offense that couldn't do anything, but he was looking for that one play to get him going. And maybe that was the 4th down. He was hoping that would be one of those plays would get him going, and then the rest of the game they'd start rolling. That's why I think he went for it on 4th down last night so much. But sometimes it's not your night.
Right, and it's not. And they went 0 for 5, but I'm comfortable with it, Terry. I know everybody wants to lose their mind about it. I don't. It's the way football's played. And this kickoff rule that they use now has changed the kicking game, i.e. the field goal kicking game. You see, doesn't it feel like 50-yard plus field goals have gone up like exponentially, like the number of 50-plus yard field goals that teams will kick?
No, that's absolute,
of course it does.
And we're going to have an in-depth investigation for the helium balls that they're using. So yeah, we'll get to the bottom of that. Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports. Terry Foster has the report. Ed O'Neill in the super chat. We got some super chats stacking up here. Lions need to change your approach. Defense is a Super Bowl defense. Play field position. Take the points. If you take the point, you're giving away field position. Do we understand that?
No.
I feel like we don't understand it. $30 million wide receivers got to catch those passes. The defense gives me hope. Drank in my two-step. Agree that we go for it on 4th down, but how about using your power back? That's on Dan Campbell. Charles in the super chat. Going to blame Goff, blame Brad for the signing, blame the O-line, blame the DC. Blame goes around for everyone, not just Goff and the offense. M. Morris, I think the defense is off the hook. I think you can mutually exclude everybody on the defensive side of the ball.
Could be, or maybe
M. Morris.
Maybe Philadelphia's offense just sucks.
There's a little bit of that, too. Just a little bit.
Jalen Hurts was brutal.
Some of their offensive stats were worse than ours, and we had a horrible night on offense.
M. Morris 75 in the super chat. Brad low-key exaggerating his success, signing his draft to huge extensions while they are underperforming. he wastes additional picks too often.
Speed bump.
What underperforming person did he sign to an extension?
Speed bump.
Does somebody want to help me out with that one?
Must be Penei
I'll wait.
Sewell. I guess Aiden Hutchinson is underperforming.
Amon-Ra.
Oh yeah, they're in the chat saying Hutch doesn't play the run.
What?
No, he absolutely plays the run.
Just keep driving. Just accelerate.
Greg,
run it over.
Greg Thomas. Greg Thomas in the super chat. Dan is like an old-time Army football guy. You just go for it every time. Again, guys, like this is the way that the game is played, and the kickoff rules have changed it even further.
Right.
And we're seeing it even more now with the 50-yard field goals and everything that they do.
Hey, sometimes it's gonna look like that. Sometimes it's gonna look like 0-5, and you're not gonna be happy. But what's the saying in basketball? Shoot or shoot. Like you gotta you gotta let them shoot, man.
Right. And Neal, wake up to the modern times. It's not the 50-yard field goal. It's the 60-yard field goal.
No, that's a fact.
Right. They're gonna have to move.
Which you may as well kick it.
You know, they're gonna have to move that little fake field goal range thing out to the 50-yard line at some point.
No, and like if you look at it in a vacuum, Terry, you try those kicks because if you make them, you're kicking off. If you miss them, they get the ball from right around the area where a touchback would go anyway. So, like, of course you're going to kick those field goals because you get a chance to try to score. When you're inside the 25, then it's a different story. When you're inside the 20, it's a different story. You're going to go for it. And then at a worst case scenario, like think about how often now do teams start a drive off a kickoff inside the 20-yard line?
Not a lot.
Never.
Yeah,
never.
So
again, that's where it goes back to.
Yeah.
Not again for the last time, everyone.
There's a stat that if you start a drive inside the 20, you very, very rarely score. And so that might be the mentality too. Okay, we'll go for it. We don't make it, but hell, they got the ball at the 10. So what? You're not going to score anyway.
Yeah, and I see Blimpy in the chat here. You take your points on the road in all caps. And once again,
you don't take field goals on the road. You don't take field goals on the road. Field goals get you beat. We talk about it every single week. I don't understand. Terry, I'm trying, man. Like I've been trying to do this for a very, very long time. You just said it, Terry. The percentages of how do you score when you start a drive inside your own 20-yard line? Never. Like almost never, Terry.
It might be 10. It might be 10%.
Yeah, and remember, guys, this is not true. What I'm saying right now is not actually how math works. But the one that you would have said is a guaranteed field goal, right, when they were in the 3-yard line. The other ones would have been 50-plus yard attempts into the wind. Mm-hmm. So if you want to say we would have made all of those, okay, whatever. The one you could guarantee was the one when they were at the 3-yard line.
Right.
So if they kicked that field goal and they made it and everybody's happy, they lose by 4 points.
Right.
But if they score the touchdown, the game is tied. That's literally math. So, I mean, all right. Are you mad that we lost by 7 instead of 4?
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
And it'd be different if those plays were, like, not available at all. A lot of those fourth down plays could have been executed better. To Spinny's point, Jared Goff had an off night throwing the football. Some of your receivers was having some trouble. Like, they just were not good in the red zone, and you're not going to win like that.
Amen.
That's it, guys. Like,
we should have lost by,
and they're going to go for it again.
4,
I know, cool story. And again, just like breaking down the numbers, that is why they won the game at Baltimore. The singular reason they won that game at Baltimore. They were plus 15 points going for it. Plus 15 points. Meaning when you pass up a field goal and you get a touchdown, that's a plus 4. They did that twice, and then they went for it on their side of the field in the fourth quarter and got a touchdown. So plus 7 instead of punting.
Bro,
so
if
there you
Jared
go.
Goff targets Brock Wright on that one where they was deep in the red zone, the Lions probably win that game. It's a different ball game.
Yeah, some way he didn't see him.
I still don't understand how he didn't see him. That was tough.
Shane Daniel brings up a good point. Lions going for it on fourth down is their identity. It's not, quote, getting cute. Well said. That's perfectly said, as a matter of fact. That brings us right into the break to talk about Sharon's heating and air conditioning, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, if you're a DTE gas customer, Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning can get you a free furnace inspection. But the time's running out, everybody. You got to go to sharonsheating.com, find out all the information with how that works if you're a DTE gas customer. And when you go to their website, you can schedule online. You can get free instant quotes. Like, say that furnace goes down. You can go get free instant quotes, see what you're looking at, and figure out your plan of action to get the heater back on in your house. They've been doing it for over 42 years. They're not some fly-by-night company. It's Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Again, go to sharonsheating.com.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
All right, y'all. Some of y'all need to relax, and I got just the thing to help y'all relax, man. Gold Crown. It's going to take your chill game to a championship level. You know the slogan, smoke like royalty. Gold Crown is a Michigan brand through and through with some of the finest cannabis products in the state and maybe in the country, whether it's their Crown Jewels gummies packed with flavor and effects that'll keep you vibing, or their infused Jester's pre-rolls that hit harder than a Lions linebacker. Gold Crown is all about giving you top shelf quality without the royal price tag. All rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
All right, back at it, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, KG, Spencer Raxter. I'm here in Orlando with Oakland basketball, Golden Grizzlies, Central Florida tonight. T-Foss back in the Birmingham compound. And get your thoughts out there in the Woodward Sports chat thread. If you want to skip the line, use the super chat. Everything that's out there. Hey, I just saw an Adam Schefter tweet that Justin Fields is getting benched for Tyrod Taylor. Terry, Justin Fields, is he a fit to replace Goff?
Of course.
He can run.
He can run. Anybody who can run.
Just run away.
To replace Goff. The Lions should bring in Justin Fields, Shadur Sanders, all of them. Murray, you name it. Bring him in.
Woodward Sports chat thread on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, jump into there. Pushing towards 100,000 subs, as a matter of fact. We'll get the cool little plaque and all that. Full Slate Farms, how's that Tesla trade looking right now?
I'm sick of that narrative, too. I've been seeing a little bit of that, too. Even the flagship done talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we were excited about it before. Now we're not today.
Is white ball
you know what? When you go around
here.
town, like,
yes,
white boy
yes,
fall.
yes.
White boy fall is over.
White boy autumn has concluded. There is no doubt about it. All the leaves have fallen off the tree. The pumpkins have been put in the compost bins. It's a wrap. White boy autumn is officially
Tesla
over.
won
OVA.
the September MVP trophy.
Yeah. Y'all had a nice run there. I thought you had us, though. I ain't gonna lie.
2 one-handers. That's what we got this year.
2 one-handers, absolutely. And those were electric catches, man.
Whoop-de-doo.
So
They were electric.
I think the people liked it.
They didn't help you last night.
Spenny put it on the show sheet. Amon-Ra, a guy that never drops passes, has dropped a couple passes. And
wrap it up.
I did see. Well,
Buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse. Should have never assigned him to the extension.
He's
That's
a
another
fourth-round
Brad
pick.
Holmes
What
miss.
did you expect?
No one said that, did they?
No.
They probably did.
No. I
Okay,
promise you.
got
No,
it.
not this time.
He's too short.
All right. Because I keep seeing this too. Eduardo O'Neill says our $25+ million players got to make plays.
So does a $70
Terry,
million quarterback.
Hello.
Yes. On both sides, you're right. Correct. Hey, white boy sad. Okay, all right. That's enough about that. 313 Kurt.
Sure.
KG was right about. Yeah, KG was right about Tim Patrick, and y'all trolled him.
Hey, I
KG,
tried
do you
to
want
tell
to
him.
take your victory lap right
Hey,
now?
I tried to tell them, man. They ain't want to hear me out. They thought I was just, he on that blankety black shit again. No. Look at you now. Look at you now.
Terry, should they have kept Tim Patrick?
I don't think Tim Patrick would have made a difference for the Detroit Lions this year. Not when your quarterback is throwing it into other people's hands. Tim Patrick is not going to catch the ball when he's over here and the ball is back there. No. He's what's Tim Patrick doing these days?
He's playing for Jacksonville.
Is he in
playing
Jacksonville?
For real?
Yeah,
that's right.
let me see his stats. He had a good game a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. I've only heard his name once this year.
Tim Patrick today. This year,
And
he's
at
got.
one
I
time-
bet you he got more stats than your white boy that you love so
He's
much.
got
now.
two starts. He's got 7 receptions for 83 yards and 2 touchdowns.
All right. That sounds Tesla-ish.
Huh?
Yeah.
KG?
How many receptions?
7 receptions.
KG.
Oh, that sounds like 5 more than what your white boy that y'all love got.
Tesla has 4 catches on 8 targets for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Hey, last time I checked, 7 beats 4. So there you go. There you go.
And 2 touchdowns beats 1.
They both have 2.
Okay.
They both have 2 touchdowns. Tesla 16.3
KG,
yards
that's
per
5
reception.
more.
Tim Patrick 11.9.
But Tim Patrick has a real
KG
quarterback
said,
passing
that's
him.
5 more white boy got.
Right. You know we got to play the hits, man. We got to play the hits.
No, I know. That is funny.
You need to be
Jamal,
nicer
give me
to our
Tesla over
Caucasian
Patrick.
friends.
All right,
What's
chat
up
day,
with
Spenny. The people want to talk about it, Spenny. Chat poll it. Tesla or Tim Patrick right now. KG needs justification. So we're going to stop this show right now and let the streets talk about Tesla or Tim Patrick, because the kind of shit that we get hooked up on in this town for some reason. We do. Like, it's a thing. And
I was told he was
breaking.
wide receiver 3 is what I was told. So I'm just saying.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm breaking. Art Van Dam, we need Milt Plum throwing the ball. Thank you for that. We do need Milt Plum throwing the ball. Real quick, for those that may have missed it, Sham Sharanya tweeted, Kate, what?
No, Spinny's poll, man. I love Spin, dog.
Who is a better wide receiver, Isaac, that white boy Tesla, Tim Carmel Gold Patrick? All right, let's let the streets say it. You know what, Terry? I'm just going to sit here. I'll sit here and wait. Let's let these chat numbers run up.
Sure.
I'll be here.
He's
Talk amongst
having
yourselves.
fun.
Hey, you got to laugh to keep from crying, man.
That's right.
All right, let's see. Early returns. Isaac, that white boy Tesla, 65%. Tim Carmel Gold Patrick. Carmel God Patrick, excuse me, 36%.
Hey, Neal, Easy got one for you. Shout out Easy. Tesla or 2 Jalen Phillips with the eyeball emoji.
No, Tesla. What? Well, easy. How can you have white boy Autumn if you don't have Isaac Tesla, right?
That's a fair point.
When does Dan Campbell lose his play calling
Who
responsibility?
takes the play calling?
Right.
From Dan Campbell?
Right.
Who I give it to now?
I saw somebody in the post game was like, give it back to Johnny Moe.
Johnny Moe's like, I'm ready.
Oh, man.
First of all, I do want to put that shit to bed. It was not the play calling.
Not at all.
Go watch the film. It was not the play calling. There were open receivers. There were open opportunities. It was the execution by the offense. It was Jared Goff. It was the wide receivers. It was not the play calling.
Offensive line, too.
So, backing up to that, because whenever a team loses, when you go to social media, it's literally every game's only been lost because of, quote, the play calling.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's.
Well, he should have just
it's
called
like
the touchdown
easiest thing
play.
to thumb
Why didn't he call the touchdown play every play? I mean, if it was me, I just would have called the play that scored a touchdown. Okay.
Same here.
Yeah.
That would have been my mentality.
Blimpy's getting all worked up. Blimpy's getting all worked in the chat. We messed up field position on that fake punt, Neal. Well, it wasn't a field goal, Blimpy. And it was a fake punt. Yeah. Like, they're all bad when they don't work, and they're all great when they do. That's the nature of the fake punt.
Yep.
Like
fake punt was a bad call. I rather would have gave your offense.
It's one or the other.
If you're going to go for it, just leave the offense
Spenny,
out.
you know what? That's where I was with it too. Yeah, that's a great call, and I would have been cool with it. 100%, I would have been cool with it. But that wasn't the way. That wasn't the way that it went down.
Didn't the Eagles have their
you guys want to take the break and go around the
defense
NFL?
on the field for that? They weren't falling for that.
They were not falling for that.
Yeah, they knew it was coming.
Yeah, but there was penetration up there too that kind of blew the play up. So bad play calling, I guess that's what it was.
Hey, shout out to Jack Campbell.
You guys want to?
I love you, Jack Campbell. You can do no wrong. You are white boy autumn is not over if you ask Jack Campbell. I'll tell you that.
I tell you what. You know what? We're talking about the negatives today. We're not talking about the positive. The Lions know how to defend the tush push.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a fact.
And that is a big thing.
That is true. They revolutionized football. So that, Terry, there was a chat message a little bit earlier in the show, and I can't remember who sent it, but they said to the effect of, "Now will Terry say that Jack Campbell is a good player?"
I have said Jack Campbell is a good player. What I said is I didn't understand all the shine for him, but this season I'm getting it. Now, let's put this in the context. Broder wants me to say that Jack Campbell's going to be the best linebacker in the NFL. I'm not seeing that yet. I think he's going to be one of the best.
He's trending that way. I ain't going to lie to you.
But he's going to be the best.
I think he can
be.
I'm not there yet.
He's trending there, though.
He's top 3 right now.
Wrapping up the chat poll, who's a better wide receiver? Isaac, that white boy Tesla, was 69% of the vote. Tim, Carmel God Patrick, 31% of the vote. KG, what did you think that poll was to be?
No, I thought they was going to still defend, they white brethren, but I see that I was wrong, man. So shout out. But I guess chocolate.
No, they still are.
I guess chocolate autumn doesn't really have the same ring to it, so it just, it's just one of them things.
No, you
man.
said they're going to defend the white boy, right?
Yeah.
Well, they are.
He won 70.
So you
Oh,
weren't,
he did.
So
Oh,
you
I thought it
weren't
was the other
wrong
way.
about that.
Oh, well, there it is. That's America for you.
Right. America.
I think no matter whether you're talking KG, whether you're talking chocolate autumn or white boy autumn, I think we can all agree on this and come together as one. Fall sounds so much cooler when you say autumn on the end of it.
No,
it just does. If you're going to make a nickname, autumn's got to be on the end. Put anything fall and then say anything autumn. And it works. When you say autumn on the end of it, it works. Art Van Dam in the super chat. Dan Campbell is a drunk. Spenny, can I say this as we sit 12?
Did you say he's
Can
a
I say
drunk?
this to you, Spenny, personally?
Yeah.
Yes, that's. Spenny, can I say this to you personally as a man? It is 12:24.
Yeah.
I've had enough. Like I've had enough. You should win a goddamn Nobel Peace Prize for navigating that watch party yesterday. You should be Time Man of the Year. It should be Spenny on the cover of Time Magazine, the Man of the Year. You and Easy split it. And I got to give you a lot of credit.
Yeah, Easy can't handle himself during watch parties, bro.
Yeah, Easy's a very emotional man. He lets his emotions get the best of him during a lot of the watch parties, but I mean, he had good reason to.
Between him and Nick,
maybe you should get him drunk.
Yeah,
he don't really drink though.
No, it'll get even worse if Easy's drunk during one of those watch parties.
I'm just looking for solutions.
Freight Train Jay steps in and wants everyone to know the drunk comments are only for Johnny Moe. That is a Freight Train Jay exclusive in the chat.
Shout out.
You are correct, Freight Train Jay. That is your intellectual property. You own it.
Thanks
all right,
for
let's go around
clarifying.
the NFL. Let's talk about Mad Packs and go around the NFL.
Let me tell you about Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com to find a store near you carrying the best product in the game, whether it's the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the THCA Blizzard Pack Infused Moon Rocks, or any of their top-shelf strains. Just go to getmadpacks.com and you can find it in stores. Mad Flavor, Mad High, Mad Picks.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What about Buddies?
Buddy's Pizza, everyone. That's right. You can get yourself a free 4-square pizza. All you have to do, buy $50 in Buddy's gift cards. Hey, guys, this is a low-key move that I like to do as well. Run the old gift card play because everybody likes Buddies. You'll be a hero if you get somebody a $50 Buddies gift card. There is no doubt about it. Guess what you get? A free 4-square pizza. Everybody wins. It's a gift for somebody else, and it's a gift for yourself. Pizza, love, enjoy. Go to buddiespizza.com, cop those gift cards, get those free 4-square pizzas. All right, keeping it pushing, coming down the stretch. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you. Lots to talk about easy here in the chat. I'm salty. Easy made me crash out too. Easy said I did crash out. I'm not going to lie. So at least he owns it. So that is good. KJOB, justified crash out Goff's ass. He got gaslit into donating to Goff winning MVP. So that is pretty good.
He did get gaslit.
Let's do this. Let's take a spin around the NFL. Terry, can I start with something here? Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football tonight. The Cowboys at the Raiders.
Clown show.
I just got from somebody on social media, Howard Carpenter. I don't know how you guys do this job. I would have quit already. Well, thanks, Howard. I appreciate it. Monday Night Football. Cowboys at the Raiders. 3-1 Cowboys. The 2-7 Raiders. Monday Night Football in Las Vegas. Get in ticket prices. Get in tickets, not tickets. $391.
Oh my
because it's in Vegas. And it's the Cowboys. One of the most expensive tickets of the NFL get-in price this year. Make it make sense. It make sense.
This is a premier game for the Raiders.
This is where No, I know, like, I understand that, KG, but this is where, and I've come to this conclusion. You love the brands. You say you hate big corporations. You say you hate big brands. It is $391 get-in price tonight for Cowboys Raiders because it's the Cowboys and it's the Raiders. Like, guys,
you're close.
I can't help you guys.
You're close.
I can't help you anymore.
It's $391 because it's in Vegas, and the Cowboy fans still think their team is good. So that's where you get the big tickets.
But Terry, I don't understand it because I think it was last week, a get-in price was $18 for the game at Dallas. Like, we
Vegas,
love we're all about an experience. Yeah. Okay, man.
You know
whatever. Terry.
They're getting all the Chinese to come in and buy tickets because they think Dallas is the team to watch.
All the ones that won all the money, all the big players that won all playing baccarat and stuff like that, right? That's what they're doing.
Right, come on,
Terry,
Dak's still having an MVP year. Come on now.
He is. Terry, what'd you see around the NFL that didn't have to do a lot?
Well, I saw Shedeur Sanders go 4 for 16 for 47 yards. Now, the thing is, I was watching the Lions, and they flashed on there. Cleveland is losing 24-16, but they're moving the ball. How can you be moving the ball when you're 4 for 16?
Because
running the wishbone?
No, the passes he was connecting on were like 30, 40-yard shots. Like, it was crazy, but
it was 4 completions for 47 yards.
Yeah, and when he took over, they did have a lead, so that's kind of going against them as well. But I think longer term, if you rock with Shedeur, you'll probably be off in a better place. Well,
do you rock with Shedeur in Cleveland or Detroit?
I plead the fifth on that one, Terry. I reserve the right to plead the fifth.
Question.
I reserve the right to plead the fifth.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm bad.
What will it take, Terry, to get Shedeur? You know, you are bad. KG, how come he runs? How come?
I think if you trade Goff, and they give you and you send them a couple first-round picks, you can get Shedeur.
Okay, KG, how come Shedeur always runs backwards? He just turns around and runs backwards all the time. Why?
I couldn't tell you that. I often wonder that as well. But sometimes when he hits that backspin, he is able to escape. So I don't know, man. I just got to see more of the kid before I get to condemning him. But
he's trying to make the big play. He's young, trying to hit the home run.
That's all it is.
He thinks he can outrun these dudes, but man, these defensive linemen are crazy. Man, they're 300 pounds running 4.5 40s. You can't get out the way of that. And then you got like 3 or 4 of them running after you. You may as well just take
KG, what did you see?
I saw Jared Goff light, which is Sam Darnold, go out there with 4 interceptions and then still almost win the game against the Rams. Man, that game was quite the roller coaster. Rams pull it out, and it just seems like they are probably the team that we really should be worried about in terms of the NFC conference. But all in all, that was a hell of a game. But Sam Darnold, man.
Okay, I'm going to throw the show off the rails.
You sure?
Neal, I want you to respond. JJ, go ahead.
Oh, electric. Absolutely. I was told by Ryan Armani on Twitter, as a matter of fact. The guy's just a winner until he wasn't.
Until he didn't win.
He can pass for 67
right. No, but
yards.
he's just a winner.
He's just a winner. I was told by
absolutely
Ryan
just a winner, man. And Justin Jefferson.
Last year, he's going to be the best rookie in that rookie class.
That is true.
Is it trending that way?
No.
No, sir.
Fair enough. Spenny, what'd you see in the NFL?
Panthers are back.
They are.
Let's fucking go. Bryce, you talk about good quarterback play. Bryce Young went out there and torched somebody. Listen, Panthers are back. They never left. They're coming for that division.
They can win
Tampa's
the division,
falling off. Look out for the Carolina Panthers. They're going to host a playoff game.
They are. Yeah, they are only a half. They're only a half a game behind Tampa right now.
They might do it.
Look out.
They might do it.
It's absolutely incredible, man. I love it. Spencer Raxter with they never left. I love never change, Spenny. Never change, man. You were the whole time, and you knew, Spenny. You
never doubted him for a second, just like you shouldn't doubt where you're going to get your next haircut, because that is Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get a Great haircut. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment, all that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Has a man open. Touchdown, Michigan. Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up, though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown.
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
And shout out to the people over at Loom and DMAC for bringing over the exclusive new flavors of Buzzin', man. They got Buzzin' Max now, and I'm excited to try that. 100 milligrams of THC, and they got it in cherry, strawberry, or watermelon. Or you can grab the new flavors, orange or lemon lime. Today, man, they still 7.5 milligrams for those, but low calories, hangover free, and all Michigan made. Find them at loom.com. And yes, that WSN30 promo code still works to get 30% off your entire order. It's Loom Cannabis.
All right, back at it, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry, just fighting through a little bit there as I don't know what changed. Internet was the whole time, but here we are back at it. I'm in Orlando. Terry Foster back there, our studios in Birmingham, but just kind of wrapping up the NFL discussion. Spencer said the Panthers are back. What I noticed, and they're doing it. The Patriots really screwed up their coach hiring after Belichick. I think we can pretty much confirm that one right now. Vrabel's just a ball coach, man. He's a good football coach, Terry. Like, there's no other way to say it.
No, that is true. And once upon a time, I advocated for him to be Lions head coach, but I was not listened to.
I actually, when that was going down, I was with you on that front, because if you win with Tennessee and took the pieces and the bones that they had and had them as a factor in the AFC, then you're a good football coach. So no, I'm 100% with you. But
this was
the Patriots
before
are
Tennessee
too, man. So however,
this was before Tennessee, but I get your point.
No, it is. It's incredible. It's incredible what they've done. They lost 2 of the first 3 games to start the season too. Like, they beat the Panthers, man, and they've just rolled through it ever since. And like, look, like, there's wants to say it about the Lions, then you would have to say it to some degree about Patriots. Wins over the Saints and the Titans and the Browns and the Jets, the usual suspects, and they'll have another game against the Jets to start the year. But it's been pretty impressive. It really has been. Woodward Sports chat thread. Can we get a Piston segment? Yeah, we can do that. And I was going to bring it up earlier. And for those that missed it, Sham Sharanya tweeted, Cade Cunningham has reached an extension with Nike. It was 5 or 6 years? I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years. Okay. He's going to get the full treatment.
Shoe.
His own. Yep, he's getting the full Nike treatment, all of it. And Terry, you know what goes with that too, right? I love this for Cade for a lot of reasons. Number one being that Nike marketing machine, that Nike marketing muscle now. If they're going the signature shoe line and everything like that, they're going all in with Cade. It's going to help him. Will it help him get calls though, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, Nike's got clout. He's going to get some calls. Here's the other thing. What are you going to name the shoe? It's his signature shoe. I hope they don't come up with something stale like the Motorcade or something like that, which is probably what they're going to do. I'm sure their marketing people are working on it now. What are you going to call the Cade Cunningham shoe?
That's a great question. If anybody's got a good one, drop it in the chat, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the Deuce ones or something like that.
If you got a good suggestion, drop it in the chat, and we'll throw it out. Woodward Sports chat thread. Brian, need to update the title for the thread. Lions offense dominated by Eagles because Lions did their own dominating. Hurts under 150 yards of total offense. Smith 1 catch, 8 yards. Yards per carry under 4. SMH. No, it was big. It was a big boy football game. Like it really was. And you have to like what you saw from the Lions defense, and you don't really. And they were great yesterday. They deserved a better happen to them. Detroit fan man didn't realize motorcades are now stale. Kind of thought that was it.
Nah, that motorcade has never done it for me.
I swear, bro. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I said I hope. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but I just hope they don't do motorcade.
Metro Detroit came up with motorcade. We don't,
I don't like it.
Okay.
I like Cade Icewood.
G, what
Cade Icewood is that deal for sure.
KG, what are the streets saying? What do the streets want, KG?
I don't know, but motorcade ain't it. I can tell you that. So we gotta get a little more creative with that.
You know what's the worst signature shoe I ever wore? The Hill. Grant Hill
shoes.
The Grant Hill Feelers, man. You can't be disrespected. That's a classic shoe.
That shoe sucked.
I'm excited.
All I know is when I put it on my feet hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see these shoes. I'm excited for Cade to go out there and get his own shoe because he does deserve it. He's playing like a superstar. He's playing like one of the faces of the NBA. Hopefully he can come back and play in their next game. But, yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I love that he is not able to get the credit on the court that he deserves when you talk about fouls, but he's starting to get that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully this just enhances that. But we'll see what happens with the Detroit Pistons going forward with Cade Cunningham. But hopefully this will get him some more respect on the court, and it's not just him getting the shoe to get the shoe.
You know what's the great thing? I won't have to go to the store to see what the Cade Cunningham shoe looks like. All I got to do is come to Woodward Sports because I know all these clowns are going to be wearing.
Oh, I'm buying it as soon as that happens.
You probably wear one shoe in the morning and a different one in the afternoon.
Yeah, I will absolutely buy the shoes as soon as they drop.
Is that a bad thing?
I hope they're a reasonable price.
Yeah,
it'll probably be. I mean, I'm sure it'll be like $70 or something like that. Nothing too crazy.
Cade love the kids. You got to sell the kids sneakers.
Does love the kids. Okay, love the kids. All right, let's go to break. We'll come back, and we'll do an Ask Terry segment. Get your mailbags in the chat for Sir Terrence Reginald Foster. But first, let me tell you about Jungle Juice and Jars. Welcome to the jungle. Head to Jars and get your hands on Jungle Juice, a bold, high-performance cannabis brand where raw power meets rugged innovation. They've got pre-rolls from flower and vapes to edibles like chocolate gummies and sugar cone snacks. Check out the Jungle Juice infused pre-rolled line. It hits hard and comes in 12 different strains to choose from. You can find Jungle Juice at over 200 dispensaries across Michigan, including your local Jars. Follow them on Instagram at Get Jungle Juice and experience experience the power for yourself. It's Jungle Juice, baby.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won?
David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to Big D Energy here on the Woodward Sports Network. Make sure you smash that like button. I am Spencer Axter. He is KG. That is Terry Foster. We are in here in the building. Ask Terry right now, so shoot some mailbags in the chat. But first, we got a super chat in there. Laurie Powell, not Laurie Markkinen, Laurie Powell says, Mama said go take care of the big bad bully that beat up our little brother Commanders. Hashtag go birds, dickheads. So, hey, man, the Eagles fans deserve to talk their shit. They absolutely dominated the Detroit Lions offense, didn't allow Jared Goff to get going at all, and the Lions could not execute against that Philadelphia defense. So
I'm just a little offended. Why gotta be a dickhead?
Gotta be a dickhead.
Hey, no, big facts. Am I wrong to think that if they ran that back, the Lions would absolutely win that game, though?
I mean, not if they can't execute. But
how many times have we seen the offense just look that bad? Like, we haven't seen the Lions score single digits in quite a long time.
But you saw it last night.
That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly, though.
And even if, the bad pass interference call at the end, even if the Lions got one more shot, they weren't going to score.
Yeah. No,
that's why somebody was in the chat freaking out about the refs and that was a bad call. It was not pass interference. And the Lions would have had an opportunity to go down the field and score and tie the game. But that's not the reason they lost that game.
Or Philadelphia would have had another opportunity to back down 3 or 4 passes.
Man.
That could have happened too.
Yeah, I saw somebody commented on Instagram and said, what, the ref saved us from 3 more incomplete passes for Jared Goff. But this was a thing that I did see that we put out there. It says you can see the accuracy drain on Goff in this weather anytime he tries to drive the football. It's from Benjamin Sloak. In his career outdoors under 50 degrees, he is a sub 50% completion passer. And we know that Jared Goff's game is completing passes at a high rate. We know it's that rhythm. The rhythm was thrown off. The passes were not getting to where they were open. Wide receivers were getting open. Plays were working. The offensive line wasn't the worst thing that has ever happened. Don't tell that to some people, but the offensive line was giving him some time, and he couldn't step up in the pocket and make throws, and it was ugly. And he needs to be better. He'll tell you he needs to be better. I believe he will be better.
Yeah.
It was just very, very poor execution on all facets by the offense.
To me, that turnover early kind of got in his head, and it changed everything.
Yeah,
and like you said, the rhythm was thrown off. It's not like he didn't make any plays in that game. We did see some strokes of genius by this Lions offense, but it just needs to be more consistent. And I get it, that weather narrative is something that's going to follow him probably for the rest of his career until he can prove consistently that he can beat that. But I'm not ready. Like, when you go into January, you got to find ways to win games like that. Like, I don't want to keep relying upon that narrative. I think Jared Goff can win in a game like that. And last night was, like I said, literally an anomaly with this offense. You don't see them look that bad that often.
Austin Nicholas, can't trust him. 2 first names in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says he'll be better if they can give him talent. Terry, are the Lions not giving Jared Goff enough talent on the offense?
He's got talent. The thing that tickles me about this town is whenever the Lions lose a game, it's like this is the team that you've been seeing all season long. No, that's not. They're 6-4. Okay, they're not 0-10.
Right.
I mean, like when they lost to the Ravens a couple years ago, and they lost last year. Every game they lost last year was the end of the world. You talk about big boy pants. Maybe we as a community need to put on our big boy pants.
I can agree with that in some ways. And Terry, I got a question for you because you are fully off the bandwagon now. You don't think this Lions team is Super Bowl caliber. Is there anything that they can do to maybe get you back feeling like, okay, this is a Super Bowl contending team?
Yeah, give me the 2026 season.
Damn, it's nothing they can do this year?
I am with Terry.
Are they going to bring in
No, Spit, you don't think they're a Super Bowl caliber team?
I don't think the Lions will win the Super Bowl this year, no.
What about get to it?
No. It's because you're more than likely going to have to go in Philly and play in Philly in January if you want to get to the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, I mean, like I said, it wasn't the worst game ever. They were in it all game. It was a one-score game. But, man, it was ugly.
If your defense going to play like that, you got it.
The defense gives you a chance, for sure. But all right.
But you couldn't score 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns is all you need.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to score at least 2 touchdowns to win in the playoffs, more than likely. So the offense needs to get better. I'll reserve my opinion on that until I see what they do in Thanksgiving against the Green Bay Packers, which I think they should win that game, and they should win it pretty well. But that, again, is going to be in the safety and confines of Ford Field.
And I like that, Spinny, because those are the 2 target games that I got to point out that's going to tell me a lot before this is over. The Packers game on Thanksgiving and that Rams game coming up.
For sure. Yeah.
Those 2 games are really going to tell you what this Lions team is going to look like in the playoffs. And yes, people, they are still going to make the playoffs. I think that's the least of our worries right now. I'm more concerned with, can they still win the division? I still think they can. It's up for grabs right now. And can they just get to the playoffs healthy?
I'll take you a step further. I think they will win the division.
Wow. But no Super Bowl.
No Super Bowl.
Wow. How many playoff games you think they'll win?
1. Let me see how the matchups are but my gut is saying they'll win a playoff game.
Okay.
I think they will.
I'm tired, boss.
It's hopefully we get a good match. If we're playing the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, that man. What?
Seattle, going to Seattle. Yeah. If you go to LA, it's different. That's not as hostile of an environment. It's still
that'd be like a home game.
Yeah.
But LA is good though.
They are. No, I think that high power offense that the Rams have is something that the Lions need to be concerned with, because if you get down in the ball game, you don't like the prospect of Jared Goff having to just drop back and try to win you that game. I think that offensively they need to get some things clicking. Even in this game right here, Gibbs was amazing, but it was from receiving the football. The rush yards was just not there. The run game still seems to be a question mark for this team, and that's something that they've literally built this thing off of, is the run game. So they got to find better ways to get, I think, both backs involved, not just Gibbs, but you got to start using Monty a little bit better too. And I don't care if he dominates the carries or not, but I just think you need to use them both in tandem and find ways to where they can both be effective, because when they are both on, you win ball games.
That's what they do against the subpar teams.
Yeah, it seems that way.
And that's what we need to see. And now you're going to, like you said, you got matchups coming up. You have to beat the Vikings. You have to beat the Bears. You have to beat the Packers.
Yeah.
Those are non-negotiables. And you're going to L.A. to play the Rams. You got to play these are tough matchups that you're going to see in the second half. But, man, it was ugly performance by the Lions offense, and they need to be better flat out. And hopefully they can. But that's going to do it for us today. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. We are live here. Braylon Edwards show with Shep coming up next. And then you got the heavyweights from 5 to 7. So tap in with Woodward Sports all day. Appreciate you guys. For Terry, for Neal, for KG, I'm Spencer. We are Big D Energy, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Peace.